Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, China issued its version of a peace plan, and that peace plan was received badly by the European Union and obviously by the Americans, stating that, among others, that China is not a neutral country because it supports Russia. Therefore, they look at it, but really not good, you know what I mean? And they should follow Zelensky's plan because Zelensky is neutral and Zelensky is the one that must be listened to. Okay, well, it's very good because I'm pretty sure that United States of America and the European Union would come with a peace plan, or at least they will support a peace plan, because they are also neutral. Now, if China is not neutral by doing what it's not doing, how about these guys being not neutral by doing what they're doing? But hey, let's quote a little bit the Christian scripture, the New Testament, right? Look at your, what is the little thing in your, you point to my little thing in my eyes and look, instead of looking at your little beam in your eye. Something like that, you know what I mean. So the same here, you point the finger at China because it's involved in Russia, but you don't look at yourself looking what you do. But anyway, since you are the country of the good, you can do whatever you want. You would never make a mistake. Whereas the ones that you ascribe the name of bad dudes, then they are bad dudes, okay? Let's see what Zelensky does. Zelensky, on the other hand, he really thinks that, that's my analysis of this person, not only that he is where he is because his masters keep him over there and open all the doors for him. That's what happens with Zelensky. Why do you think Zelensky gets to speak where he speaks? Unless the other countries are just weasels. They get this guy that did not have anything to do a year and a half ago. Didn't even know he existed. All of a sudden, he's a hero. All right, good for you. If that's your interpretation of reality, live by that. So in this case, Zelensky, I think he's got a little bit big-headed. Not big-headed, big-headed. And he really thinks that he should stay at the table with the other dogs, big dogs, because he really thinks he is what he is. But anyway, he said that he wants to meet Xi Jinping of China to discuss a little bit, to try to woo him a little bit. Have you noticed that each and every country that has a leader was invited to Kiev? And when they came to Kiev, the point was like, oh, see the destruction? The next was, you owe us money because that's because of you. Or give us money, give us money. It's always like this. It's like trying to make you feel uncomfortable and somehow get it to the point where it not really tell you, but see, it's kind of like it's because of you this. Or I'm doing this, I'm trying to fight these evils. This could happen to you if you don't give me money. Give me money. Money, 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 money. Support me. That's why once you go over there to Kiev, you're gonna be painted a little bit and then moved around, and then you're gonna be asked for money. That's why I don't know if this guy's gonna ask China for money, but I think just the idea that I just say I want to talk to Xi Jinping. Okay, that's a good start. I'm always for conversations, but my point is this guy really lost sense of reality and the proportion. But hey, what do you want? You gotta have a chutzpah in life, right? And you have to apply it like original. Let's move on. Ukrainska Pravda, Friday 24th. Zelensky, I want to meet with Xi Jinping. Who gives a fuck what you want? But anyway, it's good that you want to meet that guy. But make sure you got time to make time to meet him, okay? Let me know. I'm going to let Xi Jinping, he's just waiting in the wings right now for you to make some time, okay? All right. Now, President Volodymyr Zelensky said that he would like to hold a bilateral meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. Zelensky at a press conference on February 24th. Zelensky was asked about how to persuade countries that are geopolitically distant from Ukraine to its side in his confrontation with the Russian Federation. Well, it's not your confrontation, it's the US's confrontation that you are used in the middle. Let's put it a little bit differently, if we're still allowed to use our brains. Quote, first of all, I plan to meet Xi Jinping. And I believe that this will benefit our states and security in the world. He, he really thinks he's the center of the universe. We have a large trade with China. Okay, well, I don't think you have, because you're a poor country. Remember, your GDP is like $2,000 per year. So I don't know what kind of large trade would that mean. Anyway, the issue is not only the war, the issue is that we are a state that is interested in preserving economic relations. Good, good. So give me food and that's it. According to Zelensky, China respects territorial integrity and therefore should do everything to ensure that Russia leaves the territory of Ukraine. He added that civilians shouldn't be killed and nuclear plants shouldn't be occupied, which is difficult to disagree with. So he's ready to shame China and put China in a position of you're bad because you didn't how do I call it? Accuse, or you didn't tell Russia they're bad dudes. But China sees further than Ukraine, sees across the Pacific and says, wait a minute, I can smell the United States all over Ukraine. So what are you talking about? But they don't want to talk about that one because they would be using your brain and being objective. And you can bring objective evidence to a script. The president also said that it is necessary to respect international law and the UN Charter. Okay then. Did you support Kosovo independence, or are you going to fight it? Because international law and the UN Charter, it's self-determination, right? In international law. And if you support that one, that means you're going to support the referenda from Lugansk and Donetsk and all that. I mean, you can't, and Crimea, you can't just pick and choose. Guess what? They can. That's the irritating thing. And they tell you this, and you have people around you that you talk to, and they say, oh, there's different. Yeah, there's different names, but people voted. The Russians were over there. So was NATO. Eventually you get to the same thing. We are the good people, they are the bad people. But they can provide evidence to support that. Why are we good people again? And they're like, why are we good people, the good countries, and why are those bad countries? I mean, I can make a point that they are bad countries, good and bad, but the same I can make a point about us being good and bad. I mean, really, we can't be a good country if we drop 2 atomic bombs on 2 cities, can we? I mean, that's part of what we did. You can't start, oh, we're good, in the past 5 minutes we've been good, and therefore we're good. No, if you do like this, you do like this with every other country. So you have to look and say, well, we're good. Well, no, we did good things, we did bad things. We don't have any moral superiority. I mean, the Constitution is fantastic. The problem, these guys are gonna destroy it, and therefore this fantastic American experiment is going to go to garbage. It's gonna be a tyranny. That's what's gonna be. I don't know, before or after it, people separate here. I foresee that coming. I said that 2 years after I landed in this country. I said this country in, I don't know, 20 years, 30 years, it's going to be done. It's going to be like this. People who know me, Americans, Native Americans, born here. Those are Native Americans, not the ones that came from somewhere, like me. All right? And then all that. I'm native, and my kids are native because they were born here, right? Anyway, so we have here, I told them, this is going to be a separation. They can't. The way I was seeing in, as I said, let's say 2000 and it doesn't matter. It's not about me here. Anyway, this is going to be turned into that. And the Constitution will be, and you're going to have the same as everybody else. But this superiority, moral superiority that we try to, that's not there. That's not. Look at the past 30 years if you don't want to go back further to attacking, declaring war, to not even declaring war, because these guys fucked up the Constitution as well. I'm talking about Vietnam. not only Vietnam, just look around. How did they start a war with Vietnam? How did they drop and what they did with Vietnam based on a lie? The Gulf of Tonkin. They made it up. Made it up. And that's a good country? No, it's not. I mean, you want to go to Second World War? I can go. What did they do with Dresden? Who bombarded Dresden to rubble, flamed? How many people died in one night over there? 70,000 or something? Civilians, I might add you. RAF and the U.S. Air Force. You know about that? Or Hamburg? Remember that? There was civilians, were not Hitler and his henchmen, to use the accepted, terms. So, because they train you. They train you to speak the way they want you to speak. They frame the whole conversation in their little world, and we are weak enough to say, yeah, I will subscribe to that one. Well, otherwise, what are you going to do? This and talk and anyway. So, here you have Zelensky wanting to meet Xi Jinping. That's great. That's great. That's good. I hope they meet. I hope they talk. And he's not going to convince Xi Jinping that Russia is bad and United States is good, because Xi Jinping knows what's happening in South China Sea and all that containment again, a domino effect. All this bullshit fed to the American people. Oh, if we don't go into Vietnam, it's going to be that domino effect, remember? Yeah, okay. China just turned communist a few years ago before that, but the domino effect, if Vietnam falls to the communist, we're toast, man. All East Asia will fall under the communist system. That's why we have to act now, like Putin. Now he's going to conquer the whole Europe and the world if we don't hit him over his nut right now. The same bullshit, okay? I'm not saying that can't be possible. Possibility, I would give you 50%. Probability, 5%. 5%. Not only because I would say, oh, he doesn't want that. He can't. Even if he wants, he can't. So from a pragmatic way, can't. But if you haven't been around the block a few times, anyone can tell you anything about everything. And you say, oh yeah, really? Yeah, but you're gonna come and get it. Just, do you know? Anyway, man, it's too much. It's too much. Oh yeah, he's gonna come, yeah. Can he? Yeah, he's got the war machine. They got with all these phrases, boof, stereotypical phrases already, fed into them. Yeah, war machine. Saddam Hussein had a war machine, remember? And you really believe that? I mean, it was unbelievable. What's his name? Libya, 4 million people. But if you don't know things, oh yeah, Libya, that evil terrorist Muhammad. Oh yeah, he was a bad dude. But was it your job to go and take him out, or all that? Yeah, because we're the forces of good. Yeah, he's gonna invade his war machine, Libyan war machine. Really? I mean, how dumb, not only dumb, uninformed, and you're uninformed because of your choices, okay? You can find information, it's available right now, 2 clicks and you find information. If for real information, you do about 50 clicks, so it's a little bit more tiring. But hey, take some time from drinking beer and watching TV bullshit shows over there and do those 50 clicks and, realize the war machine of Libya and Saddam's war machine. Not that Russia doesn't have a war machine, but do you know the war machine of the West? Everything reduces to we're good, they're bad. I mean, this is a dogmatic way of seeing good versus evil, and that's very dangerous. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.